Hey everybody, this is Tim from Cornette Collections coming back at you with something I haven't done since I first started making videos, and that is opening Star Wars trading cards. I absolutely love Star Wars. Star Wars is my favorite movie franchise out there. They were a franchise before there was even a franchise, before anybody knew what franchise was. So, what I have here are Star Wars Galactic files. I found these in Target. Um, that I was looking for the masterpiece, but they were sold out of the masterpiece. I really love the masterpiece. I've never seen these before. These came out last year. So I thought, I'll go ahead, get them, and see what I think of them. So, not entirely sure what to expect. Um, I do something that I'm planning on doing with both this Star Wars and with baseball cards is right down here at the bottom. I'm going to see what I can get out of these free. Basically, you mail off a card with your information, and well, I can't do this one, but mail off a card with your information and follow the directions and see what you get out of it. But anyways, kind of bounce around on topic. But right here, like I said, 2018 Star Wars Galactic Files. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, so there's 10 total packs in here. We have one commemorative patch card, and let's see here. We have move this out of the way. There we go. We have some blue parallels, green parallels, purple, gold, white, red. There are some short prints in here. That's actually not a bad ratio for short prints. The vehicle inserts, and then with those there's purple, white, gold, red, so on and so forth. One thing I've noticed that there really is not autographs in here. I don't see a lot of relic. It's just more or less inserts. So it'd be kind of cool if I can get an autograph of a Star Wars character. So there's my commemorative patch. I will hold off on that till the end. Here's my 10 packs right here. Right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let me back my camera up. There we go. Alright, so these look nice. I like that. Alright, so we have Klaatu. We have Grant. By the way, if you don't know, Klaatu was, if I remember correctly, he made his first appearance on Return of the Jedi, which is out of the original trilogy. It was the third film, if you didn't know. We have Grand Admiral Thrawn. He was originally a Legends character, which means he was not thought up. He was not thought up by George Lucas. George Lucas didn't create him. He was thought up by a writer named Timothy Zahn, and Timothy Zahn created him, and the character stuck so well and everybody loved him so much that he stuck around, and they brought him in to the canon because of the popularity of him. So I thought that was kind of awesome. Right here, as you can see, it's kind of a cartoon of him. There's no live character. In canon, he is only shown up on Rebels, which is no longer being aired. But he was he was good on Rebels. They didn't use him to the same potential as the books did. So that the character's really awesome. I'm hoping he'll show up live one day in a live action movie. Moving on, we have the Rancor Beast. Rancor Beast showed up in Return of the Jedi. Now we have an orange. Let me double check real quick. I'm looking at the parallels right now, seeing if orange is actually a parallel. I don't know if it would be considered gold, but it looks orange to me. No, it's not. So anyway, I'm going to move along. Double check the back. Okay, so looks like on the backs of these, there's kind of a stat similar to how baseball cards are, similar to how games are played. It shows their strength. It shows weaknesses. Gives a little bit of information. Like in this case, Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn. He was a male Chiss. Excuse me. Chiss is how you pronounce it. And it talks about his attributes and everything. All right, so back to this. We are here at the First Order Snow Trooper. Okay, so pretty much Stormtrooper, kind of. Sorry about that. I had a cough. But yeah, Snow Trooper from Force Awakens. That's the movie that he appeared in. All right. The lighting looks kind of bright, so I'm trying to get it just right. All right, so right here we have Senator Pomlo. To be honest with you, I've never seen her. So I don't know if she was Rogue One. I don't know if she was, she wasn't Return of the Jedi. Not sure if she was part of the prequels or what, but to me, that's a new character right there. Now this was from Rogue One. This is Jyn Erso. I was mixing her and her father's name up. Jyn Erso, and that was I'm drawing a blank on his name. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. Sorry about that. But anyway, this is the Imperial Data Vault, and it shows up towards the end of Rogue One. All right, so we have Senator Vaspar. He was in Rogue One. Excuse me. And then we have General Emmett, I guess is how you pronounce it. And if I'm not mistaken, he was in Rogue One. So, nope, I'm sorry. That was Last Jedi. I'm seeing the back now. So, he was in Last Jedi. All right. By the way, there was a blue right here. I forgot to point it out. She has a blue border around her. I'm hoping that is actually a parallel and not just they want to shift around the colors. Okay. This one's giving me a little bit of problem. Sorry, guys. All right. Next up, we have one of the craziest characters I've ever seen. When I first saw him as a toy, I thought he had bandages around his head. This is Dengar. He's a bounty hunter. He first appeared in Empire Strikes Back. Now, this particular picture of him is, if I'm not mistaken, that is Rebels that this came off of. If it's not Rebels, it's probably Clone Wars animated series. But yeah, oh, that's Clone Wars animated series. There we go. It says it right there. directly under his name. And we have Captain Han Solo, everybody's favorite rogue scoundrel, right there. Let me get a better close-up of it. There we go. Harrison Ford played him. This particular picture came from Empire. Excuse me, Empire Strikes Back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having to stop because I'm getting a little scratch in my throat. All right, so here's vehicles. This is the Interceptor, and this is actually Darth Vader's personal TIE fighter. So it's a TIE Interceptor, and just in case some of y'all don't know, TIE stands for Twin Ion Engines. So here's the back of it. Kind of gives you the stats of the ship itself. Stuff like this. These cards are not, to my knowledge, they're not set for games like role-playing games, but you could probably create your own using the cards. And if you've ever played any type of role-playing games, you can use them for just kind of create numbered attributes and things like that. But anyway, move along. As the stormtroopers say in Star Wars A New Hope, move along, move along. We have Harb Benley. This man is from Rogue One. All right, from Rogue One. And he is in an X-Wing pilot suit. That orange means he's an X-Wing pilot, as opposed to a A-Wing, B-Wing, Y-Wing, things like that. All right, we have Captain Phasma, which basically was a wasted character. I love the look of the character. I love the fact that it was played by a woman, and she was a captain. But the whole bringing her in and then all that in in Force Awakens, saying throw her in the garbage compactor and just things like that. That was stupid. I thought it was ridiculous. And spoilers, if you haven't seen it, I am throwing up spoilers right now. She dies in Last Jedi, and it was ridiculous. All right, moving along. We have Gar Saxon. He is an Imperial Viceroy of Mandalore. Basically means he's head of Mandalore, which is where the race is. Anyway, going on. He this particular character is introduced into the Clone Wars series. So we have this guy here from Clone Wars. All right, we have right here, let me see if I can pronounce this, Gwellis Bagnoro. All right, Gwellis Bagnoro, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm double checking, Force Awakens, right there. They were in Force Awakens, and it says down here at the bottom, they're just forgers. So it's just character cards. Now this is an awesome character. I'm glad they brought him back. I just hated the fact, he got chopped in half, and I just hate the fact he died, or he supposedly died in Phantom Menace. But Darth Maul, he's a rogue Sith. This is an awesome character. I love him. Now, this particular picture is from Rebels movie. Rebels TV series. He was reintroduced back in from. He was in Phantom Menace. He was introduced in Phantom Menace. They brought him back in comic books, and then they showed him in Clone Wars, and then also showed him in Rebels, which is, like I said, this is what that's from. He even made an appearance in Rogue One as a live action character. But yeah. Alright, right here, right now, we have Commander Gree. Commander Gree, this picture is from the Clone Wars, I can already tell. He is a clone trooper. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and bypass him. Muftak. Muftak is, it says Cantina Patron. Cantina Patron down here at the bottom. He was introduced and only made one appearance, and that was in A New Hope, which was the first movie that ever came out. So we have Yaddle. Yaddle is a Jedi Council member, same species as Yoda, which is still unknown. Nobody knows what the species is. If I remember correctly, I heard she died at the age of, I want to say like 700, something like that. Or Yoda died at 900. But anyway, this was from Phantom Menace right there. Barian Rayner. So he is a pilot. He's Blue 4. I honestly I can't remember what uniform that was for. But this was Rogue One. So Rogue One right there. Alright. Kaon, I guess is how it's pronounced. Kohn. Kohn is a tactical droid. It says right down here at the bottom. He was in Rogue One. More likely you're going to get a lot of Rogue One cards because that was one of the last popular movies that was out for Star Wars. Alright, so we have meeting Han Solo. So the scene in A New Hope where they are introduced to each other. That's a nice card right there. Han and Carbonite, of course, if you know. This particular one was taken from, or the picture itself was taken from Return of the Jedi, but he was encased in Carbonite in Empire Strikes Back. So that's a nice card. And then we have Governor Tarkin. Governor Tarkin, which this particular character was in Revenge of the Sith. Now, they had to be careful. That was played by somebody else in a lot of makeup because Peter Cushing had already passed away years before this movie came out. And Peter Cushing was the original Grand Moff Tarkin. So that's, they had to kind of bring someone in, throw a lot of makeup and prosthetics on them. By the way, if I'm giving too much information, let me know in the comments. I'll kind of go easy on the comments or go easy on the information for later episodes, later videos. We have General Willard. He is from A New Hope. Not much really to say about him. He's just a rebel leader. All right, Bosk. I love this character. This lizard-like character right here. His name is Bosk. He is a bounty hunter. This particular picture that's used is from Clone Wars, and it's actually I remembered kind of the area of the show where him and his other kind are sitting there hunting younglings, which are little Jedi trainees, people trying to become Jedis. So he captured a whole bunch of them and started hunting them for pleasure, kind of like for game. All right, we have Paige Tico. She is from Last Jedi. She didn't have really a big part. She was at the beginning of the movie. Let's just leave it at that. Here's the orange variation of Senator Vaspar. Again, Rogue One. All right, we have Princess Leia. It says, "Why you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder." That's what it says down here at the bottom. I love that phrase. I mean, I've altered it like I don't know how many times I've said it, but anyway, it's just a fun saying to say, and I've almost got the timing down. That's how bad I know this movie. All right, so right here we have a laser axe. The laser axe is a weapon that can be used against lightsabers. By the way, there is a purple Star Wars logo down here at the bottom. I don't know if that means anything, but I think that's kind of cool in itself. All right, we have a Tauntaun. They were on Hoth, which is the ice planet, the snow planet, and one of them died, and it was Han Solo's Tauntaun dies, and Han uses it to keep Luke warm when he finds him. So I thought that's a nice looking. I love the toy of this. It was cool just having the toy of this guy. All right, this is Aura Singh. Aura Singh is another bounty hunter. She actually made her first appearance, and some people don't know this. She made her first appearance in Phantom Menace, and she was standing on the ledge, and when the pod race was going around, she was standing on the ledge, looking down, watching it, and they added her in. They gave her a backstory and started adding her into Clone Wars, to comic books, to different things. So I know she dies at one point. I don't know how, because at this point I don't follow any of the comic books. I don't read any of the books, but yeah, this particular one is from Clone Wars. All right, everybody's favorite bad guy, Darth Vader. I don't need to say anything about him. This particular picture that was taken was from Empire Strikes Back, but yeah, everybody knows who Darth Vader is, so no said. This is, I believe, the character's name is Sugi. Never actually remembered Sugi from the Clone Wars, but that's what this picture is taken from. She is a bounty hunter. She is the same. She's the same creature as Darth Maul. Darth Maul is red with black. That's all tattoos. That is all tattoos. They're war tattoos. Now, this is what they actually look like. The particular character. We have Princess Leia Organa. She is in her Bespin outfit. This was Cloud City in Empire Strikes Back. General Imat. Again, this is an orange variation of the same character. Ursa Wren. She is a Mandalorian soldier, if I'm not mistaken, a Mandalorian leader. This was from Clone Wars. It's a blue variation, it looks like. This is another weapon. This is Luke's lightsaber. So that's what Luke's lightsaber looks like right there. There we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is the spirit of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is in the background. If I can show you, that is Dagobah. So the background is Dagobah. So it's possible. Okay, so this is Empire Strikes Back. This is Empire Strikes Back. So he is shown up in both Empire Strikes Back and in Return of the Jedi in the same spot. So that's why I had to double check. But Latsraki, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She is a bounty hunter. This is from Clone Wars. So moving on. I could talk Star Wars all day long. Just like I can talk baseball all day long. Alright, so if you saw my other Star Wars video, I told you about this one. Ahsoka Tano. She is what some people deem to be a great Jedi. She walked away from the Jedi Order. She is the creation of Dave Filoni. Alright, Dave Filoni is the only one who has full rights to her. So if anybody wants to make a movie of her, he needs to be involved. George Lucas let him create her. People hated her at first. She was introduced into the Clone Wars animated movie, which a lot of people hated. I didn't mind it, but I am a Star Wars fan. And then as she grew, she was started to be loved. She is voiced by Ashley Eckstein in both the Clone Wars animated series, animated movie, and in Rebels animated series. So Ashley Eckstein does an amazing job with her. It's basically her ticket to fame, I guess you can say. And also, it's rumored if she does become a live action character, people want Ashley Eckstein to play her. So we'll see how that turns out. But this is awesome right here. This is from Rebels. Logray, he is the shaman for the Ewoks. Of course, Return of the Jedi is the only one that had the Ewoks. This is the U-Wing gunship. So, alright. We have a Gar Saxon. We had him already one time before. This is the orange variation version. So it's this Gwellis Bagnaro. That's the orange variation version. Alright, we have C-3PO. Everybody knows C-3PO. This particular one's from Empire Strikes Back. We have Yoda, the Jedi Master. Everybody knows and loves Yoda. He's the backward talker. Alright. Sorry about that. I had to stop the video real quick. But Yoda, yeah. This is, everybody knows Yoda. This particular one's from Attack of the Clones, which is the second of the prequel movies. So this person I've never seen before. Don't even recall her in the movie, but her name is Lisa Serlin. Lisa Serlin. She was in A New Hope, the very first one. She's just a patron of that cantina. Alright. This is a pretty cool character right here. He was from Rebels, the animated series Rebels. This is the Bendu. He is a force being. He's actually a force being. Something that is created by the force. Not light, nor is he dark. He is in the middle. So he is balanced. Barada. So this is a character that was on the um, Return of the Jedi. He is a skiff guard, basically works for Jabba the Hutt. When his uh, toy came out, it was the one I got was I believe it was Power of the Force, which had a little coin with it, and I, I mean, back then I thought he was a bulldog. I mean, look at that face. That looks like a bulldog's face. That's probably where they got the look of him. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. All right, this guy is Martin Matten, I believe is how you pronounce it. To be honest with you, this is from Reliance, I believe. No, this is Rebels. Okay, I don't recall seeing him in Rebels. But yeah. Okay, so down at the bottom it says he's a Rebel pilot. Alright, so here's Darth Maul one more time. This is the orange variation of that card that we saw before. Alright, so another quote card. That's Rey. From the background of it, it looks like it is on Octu when she was talking to Luke, and this was in Last Jedi. It says, I need someone to show me my place in all this. So she's trying to figure out where she is with Force and why she has Force powers and things like that. All right, we have Praster Omlin. I believe that's how it's pronounced. That's a blue variation card. This is, let's see, what is it says down here? Ithorian Theologian. Ithorian Theologian. Now, the character, some of you Star Wars fans might know a little more famous character. He went by the name of Hammerhead. He was introduced in A New Hope, and basically that's the same species. So Hammerhead. This particular one was from The Force Awakens. The picture was taken from that. Alright, this is the future from this point baddie. This is Senator Palpatine, which will eventually turn into Emperor Palpatine. In this particular one, this is from Phantom Menace. He's just a senator. He is not the count. I'm going blank as to what he was, but yeah. So this is when we were first introduced to the actual man, not Darth Vader's boss, if you would. All right. This is Commander Dane Jer. He is an Imperial officer. If I am not mistaken, that is from A New Hope, and I am correct. Right there, New Hope. So he's just an officer. More likely he died when the Death Star exploded. Who knows? All right, so next person that we have here is a bounty hunter by the name of Sarko Plank. Sarko Plank. Going off of this, before I look to the back, I'm going to guess. I'm going to say it is Rogue One. So if I'm not mistaken, he is on Force Awakens. I was wrong. Sarko Plank was on Force Awakens. Now this guy, I know exactly what this is. He was on Rogue One. This is General Draven. General Draven. He's a rebel officer, rebel commander with the intelligence. So, all right. So this is an orange variation of that Han Solo and Carbonite. Orange variation of Governor Tarkin. Right there. All right. This card says Bounty Hunters. This is, and I'm not going to try to guess all of them, but basically they gathered together and they were all working together to stop, good people and bad people both. But right off the bat, you have Bosk, Dengar, that is Asajj Ventress. I went blank on her name. Asajj Ventress. And that, kind of hard to see. Get a little closer. There we go. That is who will become Boba Fett. That is Boba Fett, but that's him without his helmet, without his traditional Mandalorian armor. But that's Boba Fett. We already had a card of her, and I believe we had a card of him, if I'm not mistaken. But honestly, I don't remember their names. And the bounty hunter group was called the Sinister Syndicates. So, moving on, we have Jyn Erso, of course, from Rogue One. There. We have, Chancellor Velachan. Sorry. Chancellor Velachan. And the word I was thinking of for Palpatine was Chancellor. So it's good I got him. But Chancellor Velachan, if I'm not mistaken, before I turn around, this was Force Awakens. I am correct. Force Awakens. Yeah, kind of, when he came out, kind of cool looking guy, but his name was kind of a little too on the money. This is from Rogue One. This character's name is Benthic Two Tubes. Yes, Two Tubes. And it says he's a mercenary pilot. He was working with Saw Gerrera. He was one of his extremists. But that's this guy right here. I am almost finished, so please bear with me. 2 more packs, and then we move on to the commemorative card. All right, we have Strano Cookie Tugs. Says Maz's Castle Cook. So if it's Maz, that means it's Maz Kanata, which is The Force Awakens. Hey, I'm right. Look at there. I'm good. Yay me. Senator Jebel. Senator Jebel says Minister of Finance. I'm trying to remember which one he was on. I want to say Last Jedi. No, I'm mistaken. Rogue One. Rogue One. So, okay. You have Finn, which, if I remember correctly, was FN287. FN287 was his call number when he was a stormtrooper. So Poe Dameron is the guy that gave him his name, Finn. You have a Tauntaun in the orange variation. You have, it's either Cal or Gal Travis. He's an Imperial agent. This is a blue variation, by the way. And it says Rebels. So he was a character in Rebels. Yeah, he's got Watu shop. There you go, Watu shop. All right, that's where we were introduced to Anakin Skywalker, the little boy, little 9-year-old boy. I'm a Tritarian. Only money works. All right, sorry about that. Goss Tower. Tour. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Anyway, I don't recall what he was on. Force Awakens. So he was on Force Awakens. This is Tivik. Tivik was introduced and quickly disabled, or just, I don't know how you want to put it. He was killed at the beginning of Rogue One. Spoiler alert again. But he was killed off in Rogue One. He was an informant for the rebel side, or rebellion, excuse me. All right, last pack. Then we will move to the commemorative patch. General Ramda, Garrison Commander. Honestly, I'm not sure what he was on. He was on Rogue One. Okay, so Rogue One, right there. DJ. That's funny. When this movie came out, or just before this movie came out, Last Jedi, we found out his name was DJ. Everybody thought his name was Dark Jedi, or it would stand for Dark Jedi. Some people thought he was Ezra Miller. Even part of me thought he was Ezra Miller. But unfortunately, he was not. He was just a wasted character. A wasted thug that stuttered. So, alright, but yeah, Last Jedi. Played by Benicio del Toro, which is an amazing actor. So he basically was wasted. Alright, so this is a Jedi starfighter, mainly flown by Obi-Wan Kenobi, but other Jedis use it. It's a pretty cool vehicle right there. Orange variation of RSing. Oh. Hold on one second. Hold on. Luke Skywalker from Last Jedi, but that's a green variation. So a green variation, okay, so it's not as uncommon. Alright, so green variation is 1 in every 12. Okay, that's not too uncommon right there. So anyway, that's an awesome pick right there of Luke Skywalker. And then there's this base version of him right behind it. So, alright. We have Vignay, I believe is how it's pronounced, or Vinny. He is Darth Vader's attendant. So, in Rogue One is where he was introduced. They picture the scene goes to Mustafar, which is where Darth Vader's castle is. Yes, Darth Vader has a castle. He has a castle on the planet where he ended up losing his limbs. Mustafar is a volcanic planet. And this gentleman, he answers the door. He takes care of Darth Vader's needs there. So that's who he is. And last but not least, we have Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac. So Poe Dameron, he's the best damn star pilot in the galaxy. And this picture was from Last Jedi. Alright, now on to the commemorative patch, and then we will be out of here. Oh, that is a beautiful one. Beautiful patch. Alright, so it is fabric. It's a fabric piece. This is the poster of Return of the Jedi. Alright, so it says right there, commemorative movie poster patch. So the movie poster patch is, as I said, Return of the Jedi. Alright, congratulations, Luke Skywalker. You have received a movie poster patch card of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. So that's really nice. I like that. Alright, so that about does it. I appreciate y'all joining me, and for those that stuck around, thank you for sticking around and watching the entire video. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification button up in the top right hand corner. Let me know what you think. If you like the Star Wars, I love Star Wars. I love talking about Star Wars. So, let me know if you love it. If you don't like it, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you watched the video at least. So anyway, I will see y'all later. Bye.